Victoria's father says she was a happy child until one day he came home from work and found a very different little girl.
3 weeks ago, I discovered that my daughter was raped. I was upset when I found out about it, and even more upset when I found out it was 13 years ago. Why didn't she say anything? I don't know if all these problems we are having all stems from the rape. Maybe I didn't say the right things to her and she's taking it out on me. Thomas is a good guy. I wish he could get a steady job and get out of the house more. I think things would be a little easier that way. Victoria tells me that she sees demons. They're not drug addicts. They're not alcoholics. If she believes she sees these things, I cannot call her a liar.
Well, Mark is joining us now. Thank you for being here. Do you perceive your daughter to be demon-possessed?
No.
Why do you question whether or not she's demon-possessed? Why do you think that?
I just don't believe that. I don't see it. I don't hear her, screaming and thinking that. I just don't believe it. I can't.
My thinking is this. You guys are now in a trap because you see yourself as being cleansed and her not. And so you're afraid of her being demon-possessed. And if she doesn't buy in to the concept and get cleansed, then here you are with some demon-possessed woman. There's 297 diagnoses in this Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of the American Psychiatric Association that I would work through before I went to some paranormal higher order level of explanation, because this is something that you can do something about. Mm-hmm. And when I look through here, I can't diagnose you sitting here. Mm-hmm. Because I would have to go through a whole lot of diagnostic process to do it. But I can tell you on the short list of considerations would be post-traumatic stress disorder from what you've been through, mm-hmm. Chronic depression and anxiety, certainly potential of personality damage and disorders from what has happened to you that has never been tended to.
Why can't this be a possibility of a demonic attack,
Look, I don't rule out any possibilities, but look, this is chess, not checkers. Mm-hmm. This is a complex situation. And what I'm saying is, what this gentleman is telling you is if you called him, he would have done an exorcism with you over the phone.
Not necessarily. That's not fair.
Well, you offer it for $295.
But I might not have done that.
Pardon me?
You're putting a template on this that's avoiding the spiritual reality of what we have going on.
I'm just reading your website.
Well, but wait a minute. It's okay. It's okay to just take the DSM, lay it out there, and avoid the spiritual world. It's the spiritual world that we're dealing in. It intersects with the psychological world from time to time. But you cannot take that template and put it on something that has a reality.
Well, sir, I'm going to tell you, I believe I am dealing with the spiritual world. I'm not sure what you're dealing with.
I'm sure what I'm dealing with. And you have not been there to see what I'm dealing with.
But I do know this, you're in a trap now. You do know that you've been damaged.
Correct.
You do know that you've been hurt.
100%.
And you do know that there is help available for that, of something that you can do and you can work on. And if this is satisfactory to Thomas, that's great. If it's not, you have to take care of yourself first.